I was asked, "What's your biggest weakness in a job interview?" My honest answer shocked them parent and got me the position. 3 months of job hunting had left me desperate. I'd been rejected from 12 positions each time after giving the standard polished answers everyone rehearses. So when the interviewer at this tech startup asked about my biggest weakness, something in me snapped. My biggest weakness: I care too much about doing good work. I started with the cliche, watching the interviewer's eyes glaze over instantly. Then I stopped myself. Actually, no, that's not true, and we both know it's a terrible answer. The interviewer's eyebrow raised slightly. I took a deep breath and decided I had nothing to lose. My real biggest weakness is that I get frustrated when projects stall because of unclear direction. In my last job, I once sent a 2 a.m. email to my entire department criticizing management's vague objectives. It wasn't professional, and I regretted it immediately. That email is probably why my references from that company are limited. The silence in the room was excruciating. The interviewer, a woman who'd introduced herself as the director of Lenze, studied me for a moment. "What happened after you sent that email?" she finally asked. My manager called me into her office the next morning. I was sure I was getting fired. Instead, she asked me to rewrite my critique as a proper proposal. It turned out that management was aware of the issues but didn't understand how they affected our team. My midnight rant accidentally started a communication channel that fixed several problems. And what did you learn from that experience? That frustration is often a sign that I need to ask better questions, not make accusations. Now I keep a document of clarity questions I need answered before starting projects. And I never send emails after midnight. She laughed at that, then leaned forward. "Let me tell you something about this company. Our founder has a saying, I'd rather manage passion than motivate apathy. Most candidates tell me their biggest weakness is perfectionism or working too hard. I've hired those people before. Know what happens?" I shook my head. They smile through unclear directions, never push back on bad ideas, and then quietly underdeliver while blaming circumstances. What I need is someone who cares enough to get frustrated when things aren't working but who has learned how to channel that constructively. She closed my file and smiled. "That midnight email showed passion. Your manager's response showed you are worth investing in. Your reflection shows growth. Those are strengths disguised as a weakness." 2 days later, I got the job offer part with a salary higher than the advertised range. In my first week, my new boss introduced me to the team as someone who asks the clarity questions we need to hear, not just what we want to hear. 6 months later, I learned they had rejected 22 candidates before me, paired most with better qualifications pented, because they all gave variations of the same fake weaknesses. Sometimes the most honest answer isn't the most polished one, and sometimes the right people value authenticity over perfection.